Hi. Hallo. Grüezi. This is my virtual reality Gunstock. I already did a video about it and you guys seem to like it. And in this video I gave you the chance to win one of those selective laser sinters. So this one is an SLS print. It's actually my own one. That's why it's already used quite a lot. I have some hours on that thing. Today I'm going to announce who won the giveaway of the SLS printed stock. Basically what they had to do is put a comment under the video and the most liked comment will actually win it. And I will also take that chance to talk about some weaknesses with the cheek guard and give you a basic instruction of how to mount that together. So first of all, let's see who won the Gunstock. So I'm in the comment and I'm simply sorting for most liked. Okay. Yeah, someone won by a long shot. 47 likes. Yeah. So in that case, congratulations to Ray Van 1337. You actually won the Gunstock. His comment I liked a lot because he's actually giving it away to one of his friends who is a real VR enthusiast, so he doesn't even keep it for himself. So congratulations to winning. I will send it to your address. I will get in contact with you about that. Before this video releases, you will already have it probably. And so now let's dive right into actually putting that together, like assembly. So the first thing we need, of course, is a very fresh batch of the VR Gunstock. This is how it comes. Of course, it was a little better packaged. I just put it into one. These were actually printed by our sponsor of this video, PCBWay. And PCBWay did a great job in 3D printing that in SLS. I actually also hollowed the Gunstock out more even than just the generative design back here to make it even lighter. This actually weighs nearly next to nothing. It's an industrial grade SLS print in PA12, which is kind of flexible but kind of stiff, which is especially helpful here. We have our hind stock. We have our controller holder, the back side of it. We have our controller holder front side. And we have our already finished and colored cheek guard. PCBWay offers this service right away, so you just order your part, you go to surface treatment and you just click on colored or polished or whatever you want to have. They have a wide variety of finishes, so you can actually, if you want to order one of them yourselves on PCBWay, the data you can find on MakerWorld, you can choose the colors, you can choose surface quality, you can choose everything yourself. So first thing first, mounting together is basically pretty much tool free. The only thing you need is one screw for your magnet. I just like to screw it down because sometimes magnets can break if they hit something very hard. They're quite brittle, so I like to be able to remove it and put in just a new one. You can also glue it. I use those magnets. They have 31 kilograms of force and an M5 through hole. Where is this? There is 31 kilogram and M5 screw holes. And they also come with a washer that is slightly smaller than the magnet itself. And I designed the whole Gunstock actually around this magnet. So you need this, you need one screw, you need a little bit of super glue and a screwdriver. And that's basically it. So first thing, your cheek guard, you simply push it in here. So I heard from many people that this cheek guard, if you see here, the cheek guard is a little loose. You can press it down too easily. For me, it was absolutely fine because I normally only reference my cheek here and doesn't put it on really. But if you want to put it on, I actually had one guy in the comments that had a great idea, is simply put a rubber band around here and pull it even closer, or get a zip tie or something like that and adjust it to your liking till the click feels nice and hard or however you want to have it. I like it that way because I can adjust it with just my thumb, basically pressing here up and down, and it will stay good enough for me. So the next thing is simply you press this little lever, it opens up and you simply push in your front stock. It will reference wherever. And then you simply pull, push, pull. With this already basic functionality is here. let's check out the fit of the controller. So the cool thing about this Gunstock I designed is actually that the controllers, they click in using their battery cover. So as you saw, it's super easy to remove. And because one guy asked if he can still use his straps, they have a hole down here, so you can simply have the straps still in and just pull them down out here, and you can still use your straps. So you can't throw your Gunstock through, I guess. Never happened to me, but yeah. So you simply put it in and press down, and they're in there secure. They're going nowhere. On MakerWorld, you also find a left-handed version. So after we've done this, the last thing we have to do is, you see those two recesses. The front controller stock takes the washer, and the back controller stock takes the magnet. Let's do the magnet first. It's a 32mm magnet. It fits right in perfectly. We put our screw in.
Come again? That's what she said.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It already has a pre-drilled hole. And now quickly let me get my... And we simply hold it down. Now for the backside, you have two possibilities to do the backside. If you simply take one of your washers and put them in, they are basically, or this one is then basically kind of like lower than your Gunstock. And what that does is that basically the click together is very soft. So what I like to do is actually double stack my washers, because I like this oomph. So when I want to search for my weapon in VR, I don't want to like click easily and like be fiddling around, and maybe if I put too much pressure it goes apart. So I want this, it really goes on there and it does like the satisfying loud. It's super hard to get apart, and so when you tilt it and like break it basically like that, then it goes easy. But like that, I can put a lot of force into it before it actually goes apart. So that's why I double stack. You will have a little gap, but the alignment is awesome with this one because it really pulls it in. Also a little neat trick to get them together. You hold them at the angle, and then you bring this first down and then up, and it will actually, over this like slanted area here, it will actually then slide right into position. So when applying the glue, I would always go into the corners a little bit so it can grab on, because on metal super glue isn't like super good. Also on an SLS part, you have to be pretty quick, because SLS loves to soak up any kind of glue. And when it soaks it up, it's not there anymore to stick your metal to it. So on super glue, what most people do wrong with super glue is actually the maximum force you apply to it while it's drying is actually how strong your connection will be. So I normally hold it down quite hard, or I even use a clamp to clamp it down. So the more you press, the better the connection is at the end. So because it's super glue, it's instant basically. And now I can show you how good it clicks with this. So you heard that? It's not super strong. It's way easier to disconnect, but it's like very silent. I will include the second washer into the package. I will put it on top of the magnet. So please take it off if you try it first time, so you don't think the magnet is super weak. But if you like, just take a little bit of super glue and glue the second one to the first one. It's metal on metal, so use a good super glue that is rated for that. But I leave it up to your decision or your friend's decision, talking to the winner right now, to actually adjust it to your likings. And there you go. That's the Gunstock already done. So the only thing you might see that is missing is the pad here. So I printed the pad out of black TPU because I like the black and white design, but this time I will actually use a red TPU. So it's a little bit more channel colors, I would say. And also one thing I saw only through extensive usage of the SLS stock, you see that here? It's like black. I already knew that could happen because I worked with SLS quite a lot. It actually soaks up the sweat out of your fingers. The oils from your hands actually stain the SLS black. And because SLS has about 1.93% of porosity, it actually soaks it in and keeps it there. So it gets dirty quite a lot. So what you can do against that is simply take a clear coat. I like to use the non-glossy one for stuff like that, because otherwise you have to do a perfect job so it like is glossy everywhere the same. And I will simply spray paint it for you, so it's basically keeping it clean over time. The good thing about SLS is that it actually soaks in everything you spray on it. So if you put in lacquer I think is the right word, right? Liquor? Maybe you can tell me in the comments. So if you apply it the first time, it actually soaks into the surface, and I normally go for a second pass then, but it does a very, very, very good connection. So you don't need a primer on SLS part. That's the awesome thing. So I will actually spray paint it, get the shoulder pad on, and ship it out. So have fun with it. For all your others, go down to the comments. There you will find the link to the 3D file data. There will be on MakerWorld. You can download it, you can print it yourself. And we recently reached our first sub goal of 1,000 subscribers, and we now have the possibility from YouTube to do our own shop on YouTube. So I'm not a big fan of, like, I don't know, clothing lines or doing my own t-shirt or whatever. So what I actually will do is you can now, or I don't know if it will already happen for this video, but you can then buy one of these Gunstocks down below. I will not take a big margin on top or whatever to keep it cheap, and I will also give you an option to order it in FDM instead of SLS to keep the costs down if you don't have your own 3D printing at home. So you can order it. The FDM ones I will actually print personally and send out to you. And the SLS one will be done by our sponsor PCB and sent to you directly to your home. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.